All right, welcome back to Chop Nation. Today we're with Eric Brunson, special guest. We're doing top five dark horse teams and some dark horse players for this upcoming season. My first team is Illinois. Put them on here at number one. They came off a 10-3 season, and they really have a lot of people returning. Their whole O line's returning, and Luke Aldemeyer is returning also. They're starting QB who had a good season last year. And their schedule is very manageable. They don't have a hard schedule. Um, they could easily find themselves in competition in the ACC this year. Or I'm at Big Ten, not ACC. I was on me.
Yeah.
Big Ten, but yeah, their schedule isn't too hard. I thought they're a sleeper team. They could easily find themselves in the talk in 25. What's yours, Eric?
My number one is I got South Carolina. They returned 2024 production. They got Lenore Sellers. He had 2,500 yards, 18 touchdowns, 7 picks on 65% completion. And they got Rashol Faison. He had 11 yards, 8 touchdowns at Utah State. And then Dylan Stewart had, one of their best defensive guys. He had 23 tackles, 10 and a half TFLs, and 6.5 sacks.
Yeah, I like that. I like that take. I didn't think about them to be honest.
Yeah.
Forgot about them. That is a sleeper team.
Oh, and not to mention they have Nick Harbor. If you play NCAA, you already know that man is
Yeah,
cheat code.
yeah,
6'5",
yeah,
he's got track speed. Yeah.
yeah. He's not fun to play against. I know that. Speaking from experience from Eric here. Uh, Number two, I'm gonna put. I had Georgia State at two, or not Georgia State, Georgia Tech.
Mhm.
Uh, they're returning their starting QB Haynes King, and he really had a good season this past year. He's one of the
Yeah.
top QBs in the ACC. Grant Key also is really known for preparing his team for big games. You know, they almost upset Georgia in the eight overtime game, I think it was last year,
Yeah.
and
hmm
they showed they really can compete with teams like that, and they also beat Miami towards the end of the season.
Yep. They
Those
did.
were two big matchups, and they're prepared for both, and almost knocked off Georgia. I think they could be they're returning a lot too. I think they could have a big year this year, and not a lot of people are talking about them. I think you
Yep.
should start looking their way.
At number two, I got Texas Tech. Like I said, with South Carolina, this team also returns their 2024 production with I believe his name is Baron Morton. He had 3,300 yards, 27 touchdowns. Douglas, their leading receiver, had 877 yards, 6 touchdowns. And Jacob Rodriguez was their Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And also, their record was 8-5 with a loss to Arkansas in the bowl game. Which I mean, you look at Arkansas, they're not really a team you would think is a good team, but it's an
hmm
SEC team. Texas Tech. You know, Also, they're one of the teams to look for and to win in the Big 12. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good pick. They could. I do see them having a good season this year, a little better than last season. They did. Obviously, they had some losses to, like you said, SEC teams, which
yeah,
I mean, you're always gonna have good games with them, especially if you're Texas
yeah,
Tech. And now with them, with the NIL, they're bringing in a lot of money and a lot of recruits, so they're
yes.
gonna be
Yeah, they
good
just landed
these
a
coming
just
years.
landed a five
Yeah, number
star
one player in
yesterday, I believe.
2027, I think it was.
I I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good team.
My number three, I had Auburn. Uh, they just brought in two loaded recruiting classes with Hugh Freeze, and they also got a top transfer, Eric Singleton, and
Yep.
he's alongside they're already their star true freshman who's now a sophomore, Cam Coleman. So I figure he'll have a big year this year. Um,
Yes.
they also have ex Oklahoma QB Jackson Arnold. Uh, he
Yep.
has plenty of targets with Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton coming in. So I
hmm
got a feeling that if their whole line can hold up, they can potentially. I have them having a chance of beating Bama at the end of the year in an Iron Bowl Classic. So,
Yeah.
I think
You
with
know,
the offense they have and Jarquez Hunter at running back, I
yeah.
think that's an offense just waiting to explode.
Jackson Arnold, I, he played against Alabama and beat them. And
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
already got experience.
people will say, it's because of what's that kid's name? Jalen Milrow. He
Miller.
didn't play the best, but
Yep.
Jackson Arnold did go in there and play good game.
Yep.
For my number three, like you said, I got Georgia Tech. Yeah, they got Jamal Haynes. He rushed for 944 yards and had 166 receiving yards, which was like a combined 1,100 total yards. Uh,
Yeah.
12 touchdowns. He had all ACC honors. You mentioned Haynes King. Um, then you got Jordan Vanderberg and Kyle Efford, two very good defensive players on their team.
Yeah.
Um, like you said, Georgia game went into 8 overtimes, should have won. It was
Yeah.
a
They really should
controversial
have.
call.
Yep.
Controversial call.
Yep. Very.
Georgia player definitely stepped out of bounds, but you know, it's in the
Yep.
past. This team is going to be a really good team next year.
Yeah. I do got high hopes for them this year. I do feel like they're returning a lot of players too. They could have a big season.
Yeah.
My number four, I had to go FSU. I had to put FSU at four. I
Yeah.
mean, after coming off a historically bad season like we did, it's not expected. And,
Yeah.
we went to the portal and we basically brought in a whole new team. So you
Mhm.
really don't know what to expect. But, bringing in Tommy Castellanos from Boston College, he's proved he's a very versatile QB. He can use
Yeah.
his feet to, make plays. And that's kind of what we had out of Jordan Travis. That's what
Yes.
you really want to have. If you're an FSU fan, that's what you want to see. Also, we're bringing in he's like 6'6" wide receiver from USC,
Yeah.
Deuce Robinson.
Hmm.
He was I think he's like a top 30 player in the portal. He may have
Yeah.
even been higher than that. But bringing him in alongside center Gunnar Henderson, uh,
Yeah.
or yeah, Gunnar Henderson. I really think if our O line, even if our O line isn't great, I feel like we can make some noise in the ACC for sure. And
Yes.
we come out of the gate strong, obviously with Alabama, but I think
Yeah.
I really think we could make some noise there early if we gel together and the pieces fit right this year.
Yeah. Um, for my number four team, I got UNLV. They just brought in a new head coach and well, what's his name? He was the Florida head coach a few years ago. But they got Marcel McDuffie, leading tackler last season. Like Alex Orji, he's not the best
Yeah,
quarterback, but he's got the measurements to be a great quarterback.
yeah,
Um, you got JoJo Earl and Justin Flo, which JoJo Earl was I believe he was a wide receiver. He had hold on, let me look at these stats. He had pretty good stats last season, and Justin Flo is a great line. He was a 5-star linebacker a few years ago. Came from I believe he played for Oregon and Arizona, I believe.
yeah,
Really good
yeah.
player.
Yeah, sure.
He hits hard. I'll say that he hits hard. Um, but JoJo Earl, let's see.
Can't lie, I forgot JoJo Earl's over there now.
Yeah, he played for Alabama a few years ago.
Alabama, yeah, he did pretty good at Bama when he played.
Yeah,
He had some good moments, I remember.
yep. And people are calling UNLV um
Dunk team, something
yeah,
like that. Dunk
basically.
program. That's what
Yeah,
I'm hearing. Yeah,
yeah.
they're bringing in a lot
Um
of.
JoJo Earl didn't have a good season last year, but
Yep.
in 2023 he had 16 receiving yards, not receiving yards, 16 receptions, 239 yards, two touchdowns. Uh, not the best last year. He had 7 receptions, 37 yards, and with touchdown. But I mean, you know, it's, he's got good measurements, and I believe he could be something this year. Um, but who do you got for number five?
My number five is actually UNLV. I had
Mm, nice, nice.
it works out good. I mean, you pretty much explained it all, but really, I mean, bringing in a coach like Dan Mullen, that was who you were talking about, by the way, Dan Mullen.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was like, dang. slipped my
They're
mind.
gonna,
I was like, bro, come on now.
yeah, yeah. Bring in Dan Mullen, who obviously coached at Florida a few years ago,
Yeah,
and he can really help. I feel like point the program in a direction that UNLV is not used to seeing, at least in football. And I feel like they can really start competing in the Mountain West with just
yeah,
having a name like that as your coach. You're going to bring in some recruits, and I see them surprising some teams. Obviously they get made fun of being the UNC team, but I feel like they could make some noise in the Mountain West.
yeah.
What's
My
your
number
five?
5, Florida State. You look at last season, you're like, dang, this team ain't gonna win more than 5 games. But you look at and see what um, Thomas Castellanos did at BC 2 years ago. He lit
Mhm.
Florida State up. It was the best Florida State team we've seen in, I don't know, 7 years maybe.
Yeah,
And
since that 2013 squad.
yeah, and if he can, have some good blocking and throw the ball downfield a little bit, I feel like we'll be a pretty good team. Then you got to look at the running backs. We got Usmani Croma, Roydell Williams. We got Cam Davis and Keziah Holmes. All those guys they're probably going to do something on offense.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
look at
even
the
mention
defense.
them.
You look at
Kept
the
it kind of
defense.
blunt, but yeah,
You look at the defense. You got Darrell Jackson. You got Jeremiah Wilson, and you got a few linebackers. I feel
yeah,
like our strongest point in that team is gonna be the safeties and the
safeties.
DBs.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And I
Uh,
mean,
you-
Florida State's DBU. Argue with the wall.
yeah,
I
that's what
don't
I'm
care.
saying. Yeah, we're
I
DBU.
don't
I
care.
mean, you're gonna pull
Patrick
in the
Surtain.
best
He's
DBs.
Yes, Patrick Surtain is doing a great job at putting these guys in the NFL. What we got, I think he's at 3 or 4 in the NFL already, and he's
Yeah,
only been there three years. So, um, also you look at the wide receiver core. Squirrel White, tremendous job at Tennessee last year. The year before, it was better.
mhm,
Like you said, Deuce Robinson, big guy to
yeah,
go up and grab the ball. And then you got some like not known guys. Javon Boggs, he's a
yeah,
freshman. I feel like he can. They've been saying he's doing good all camp, and
yeah. That's what Mike said last press conference. He
yep,
said he's been really
yeah,
showing out during spring ball and early fall camp. So
yeah,
hopefully that
and
translate to regular season. But true
yes,
freshman, and you're getting talked about that much by a head coach. I'd say you're
yes.
doing pretty good.
The O line, we that was the biggest problem we had last year was the O line. You could say it was DJ Uyunglele. It wasn't DJ. DJ
No, it wasn't
didn't
Dante.
have time to run the ball, to pass the ball. He didn't have time for that. The D line, that's going to be our biggest factor into going into next year. Um, are we going to be able to get to the? We're running a 3-3-5, so we're going to have to create some kind of pressure, and that starts with the nose guard, the nose tackle. You gotta have a good nose tackle for a 3-3-5. If not, you're bad. You're going to be a bad team. Um, with that being said, if teams, I mean, you're going to have to stuff the run too, because teams are going to take advantage of a 3-3-5.
Yeah,
Um, Also, the run game has to be good, so that means the blocking has to be good. If the blocking isn't good, if we can't block, we're not. We're good. It's going to be the same thing as last year. We'll probably win more games because we got 2 gimmies to begin the season. We got East Texas A&M and we got Kent State. But
and Tommy will help a lot with that. If we do have another bad O line, he will help
yeah,
make some plays
yes.
for us.
hmm Um, Then you look at the coaching. I mean, Gus Malzahn might not be the best head coach, right? But
He knows
he
offense.
took he took UCF to 40 points per game. UCF is nowhere near as talented as Florida State, not at all.
Hmm.
Um, then I mean, he won. I believe he won a national championship at Auburn. I'm not 100% sure, but I know he played. He played in the national championship game against Florida State in 2013.
And I think he was OC when Cam Newton won.
Yeah,
I think he was
he was part
OC.
of that 2010 team, that for sure. But
Yeah, that was before
um,
he stepped in.
Any other notable guys you can think of for that team?
Uh, to my on this year's FSU team.
Yeah,
Uh, hmm, I mean, you name the wide receivers.
yeah.
Tight ends. I mean, I think Landon
Oh,
Thomas and
yeah. Not even, I didn't even think about that either. Tight
yeah,
ends.
Randy Pittman.
This could be one of the best tight end groups you've seen in a while
Yeah,
at
I
Florida
think it,
State.
like I posted earlier on Instagram, I think it'd be a. I think you could talk about a top 10 type of
Yeah,
tight end group.
I could see that
Yeah.
for sure. And it all starts with blocking.
Hmm.
If we can block, if
Yeah,
we can
that's
get
the
it,
main. Yeah, if we block.
uh, I'm not 100%, I'm not too fond with his with Gus Malzahn's offense, but I know he likes to run the ball.
Yeah, I
I
know
don't
it's
know if
more
that
of
comes
a.
with
I know it's more of a fast-paced type of offense.
yeah,
That's
I
a
don't know if
run,
that comes
kind of
with
run down the
RP
hill.
yeah, RPOs and screenplays, but if it does, if we do, if we are seeing more RPOs and stuff like that, you're gonna need good tight ends for that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, that's my top five.
yeah. I think next we're gonna go over the our top five dark horse players for
Okay.
this upcoming season. Uh, I guess I'll start. I had Luke Altemeyer up there. I'm in no specific order, just top five in general. I have Luke Altemeyer. He's my number. I mean, he's not really my number one guy, but he's the guy that I put up there. He had 2,717 passing yards last season with on 22 touchdowns, along with 217 rushing yards on the ground.
Yeah.
Uh, and four touchdowns on the ground, which he's not really
Hmm.
known for his feet, but he was a very consistent quarterback last year for that Illinois team. And
Yeah.
they were one of my top five teams I put for dark horses, and I think they really could make noise. And with him at the
Excuse me.
helm of that team, and as accurate as he has been in his career so far as of last year, I think they could make some noise.
Hmm. Uh, my number one. This is truly based off of who I think could be. You know, I got John Mateer at number one. He had 3,100 yards, 29 touchdowns, seven interceptions on 64% completion. Um, he was at Washington State with these stats too. So
Hmm.
if he's making plays at
Hmm.
Washington State, God only
Yeah,
knows what he can do at Oklahoma.
when he gets
Oklahoma
players
is far
around him.
more talented. You know,
Yep.
uh, they got better. They got a better receiving core. They got a better defense. This guy could easily be a Heisman contender going to late November.
Yeah.
Um, I and not to mention their schedule. Oklahoma, obviously they're the SEC now, so they got a harder schedule than what they would have 2 years ago. But they opened their first game they opened the season against Illinois State, and then they go to Michigan. So they got I mean Michigan's a very winnable game. No, they don't even go to Michigan. They play at home too. That's a very winnable game, especially in Oklahoma. That stadium gets loud. So they can go. They can. They don't really have like a 100% a hard team until Texas, which is week. This is their sixth game. So I mean, this guy he's gonna do really good. Um, so
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see John Mateer as having a good season this year. Obviously, he was one of the top QBs. I think he may have been the top QB out of the four other than like Carson Beck.
I believe so. I believe so.
Or he may have been above him, to be honest. I can't remember. But
Maybe.
yeah, my second guy I have on the list, I have Darian Mensah.
Yeah.
He racked up 2,723 yards last year at Tulane passing yards and 22 touchdowns, and only
Yeah.
he only had six picks. And he's a young QB too. He's
Hmm.
a talented QB who has a obviously a bright future. I figure he'll go somewhere bigger next year, hopefully. I mean, I wouldn't mind picking him up at FSU. I don't know about you, but looks like that'd be a good pickup
Yeah.
there. But he only had 132 rushing yards, which he's not known for that either. He's a he's a good, accurate QB. He had one
Yeah.
touchdown on the ground, and
Hmm.
they don't have a super hard schedule this year. I don't think. Let me go back and look at that real quick. I was looking at earlier. They start off with some cupcakes. I know
Yeah,
they have they have Elon. They got Illinois, which that'll be a good one probably.
that's gonna be a good game,
That's
especially
gonna be a
with
good game.
Luke Aldemeyer there
Luke
at
Aldemeyer. Yep,
Illinois.
two of my top two QBs I put up here.
Yep.
Tulane, they'll win that game. They'll beat NC State.
Yeah.
Syracuse could be a good game. Uh, Other than that, they got Clemson, and that's really about it for
Yep.
North Carolina. But I think
Yeah.
they could be one of those teams that finish the season at like nine and no, maybe 7 or 6, 7, 8 wins. I think they get
Yeah.
around
I can
that.
see that.
I have them probably dropping a
They
few
had
games just
a
because.
quarterback that went to Oregon State. Pretty good
Yeah,
quarterback. I think on it. What is his name? Malik something. I don't remember.
Malik Murphy.
Malik Murphy. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty good at quarterback. He could throw the ball. He could throw the ball pretty good, but Darian
I think
Minsa,
the I think the main problem Darion's gonna have this year is really just people around him. I don't know many people around him
yeah,
at Duke, to be
I don't
honest
really
with
know
you.
anybody on Duke to be honest.
So I think
Um,
that's why they're gonna drop some games. But he's gonna win them a
yeah,
lot of games for sure.
yeah, I can see that.
All right,
Uh,
who you got it to?
I got Malik Rutherford. He wasn't the main guy last year at Georgia Tech, but he had 62 receptions, 702 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Uh, Eric Singleton was the guy.
Yeah,
Um,
now he's going.
but now that Eric Singleton's at Auburn, I could 100% see this guy going. He doesn't have the. He's not really a good like a big bodied guy. He's 5'9", so that's he's probably going to be more in the slot running in the middle of the field instead of deep balls.
Yeah,
But yeah, I could see him having a better year. I could definitely more touchdowns. Probably like he's probably going
mhm,
to be the number one option to be honest. So yeah.
yeah. And with a QB like that
Oh
throwing
yeah,
to you, that
100%.
helps too. One of
Yeah,
the best,
and Haynes King
arguably
was
one of the best
one of
QBs in the ACC.
probably second best ACC quarterback this
Yeah,
year.
behind
So
Cade.
yep.
Uh, Number 4, I have Cam Coleman. Uh, I got a feeling he's gonna have a
You
breakout
skipped number
year.
three.
I did.
Yeah, you said four, I think.
Oh, hold up. Let me go back here on the list. Yeah, I did. I did. Number 3, I
Uh,
actually have Sam Levitt.
okay,
I
yeah.
have him having a decent year this year. Obviously, he's lost. Big Cam, lost Cam
Hmm.
Scatterboo. He's gone,
Yeah.
but he
Oh
racked
yeah.
up to what were we about to say?
I completely forgot about Sam Levitt, to be honest. I forgot, Arizona State. Yeah, he's gonna be a good quarterback. Yep.
Yeah. You know, he racked up 2,800 yards last year, passing
Yeah.
yards on 24 touchdowns, and he only had 6 picks.
Hmm.
I think he had the ninth best QBR rating in college football last year. He also rushed for 443 yards on 5 touchdowns, and he took him and Cam took them to the college football playoffs,
Yep.
and they made a good run. I really think he could have a. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs. I don't think that's going to happen, but I do think they can have another great season this year
Yeah, I can
with
see
him at the
that.
helm.
Yep. For number three, I got Darian Minsa. You know, this guy
Yeah,
was a freshman last season. Like you said, 2,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on 66% completion.
yeah,
I like you said, I don't really know much about the Duke and their and all
receiving
the
core.
guys they got on receiving and the running back, but I do know they got some dogs on defense. So they can if Darren Minster can make plays like he was his freshman year, I could see this team being I don't I would they won 8 games last year. I don't know if they hit that 10 win milestone, but I mean they don't have a hard like you said they don't their schedule isn't that hard. So this
Yeah,
this could be a team that's on the outside of the playoffs or you know and compete, maybe competing for an ACC championship. Um, but I mean, Darian
Yeah,
Mensah,
I don't think that's far out of the realm with their schedule. I think that's very possible.
yeah, Darian Mensah, it's a hot take. He's one of the best freshman quarterbacks last year. Yes, he was playing at Tulane, but he went into the season starting at Tulane, finished with
Hmm.
great stats. Um, not many quarterbacks, uh, not many quarterbacks did that last year, especially as
Hmm.
a freshman.
Yeah. Obviously at four, I got Cam Coleman. I
Yeah,
really think he's gonna have a breakout year this year. He was only a true freshman last year, and you saw glimpses of moments of what he can be. He had 37 catches on 598 yards, along with 8 touchdowns. Obviously, as a true freshman, as I already said it. He's
yeah,
expecting. I'm expecting a breakout year from him and Eric Singleton, honestly. So
I can
I'll
see
look
that.
out for
Yeah,
both of them. I can't just single one out. If I had to choose one who's going to have a better year, I'd probably say Eric Singleton is just because you know, I feel like he's a more of a versatile wide receiver. He's quicker than
I
Cam
think
is
he got
right
more
now in his early
experience too.
stages.
So,
Yeah, he's got more experience.
yep.
But I expect a breakout year from them, and obviously they got Jackson Arnold at QB too. So I feel like he's a guy that can get him the ball too. You ain't got somebody
Yeah,
no name quarterback. No, not trying to shade at Peyton Thorne, but you ain't got Peyton Thorne back there. So I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, yeah, the
I
shoe
expect a
fits.
yeah, yeah. I expect a good year out of them.
My number four, I got Bryson Washington at Baylor. Is a running back. He had a thousand 28 yards, 12 touchdowns. He had 22 receptions for 217 yards and a touchdown. Uh, at Baylor, he's gonna those stats. He's gonna be their guy. They're gonna have to rely on him to win games. And you know, I don't really know the quarterback, and I don't really know if they didn't really. I don't think they won too many games last year. But
Yeah,
I mean, if
I
you got
really
a
didn't keep
guys,
up.
1,000 yard rusher is a
Yeah,
guy
that's
anywhere.
a
That's a hard thing to do, and you got a
mm-hmm.
1,000 yard rusher, and surprisingly, he didn't transfer. Yeah, he was at Baylor, so um, I could 100% see him being one of the uh, what's the running back award called?
Uh,
I'm
is it
trying to
the
say Doak Walker, but I don't think that's what it's called.
no? Is it the what's the Bolitnikoff?
It's a
What's
Doak
that?
Walker award.
Is it
Yeah,
Is it Doak Walker?
yeah, it's Doak Walker. Yeah,
Okay, I thought it
he
was. I
could
couldn't remember.
100% win the Doak, and he's only uh I want to say he's a sophomore right now,
Sophomore?
actually.
I think he's sophomore.
Yeah, I
I'm
believe
not sure
so.
though. I didn't watch much of them last year.
I believe so. Believe he's a sophomore. Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
sophomore.
yeah. Uh, yeah, that's a good pull. I didn't even think about him to be honest. I forgot about him. Uh,
Yeah,
at five, I'm putting Jam Miller at five. Feel like he's
mm, a
he's
good
been
running back.
yeah, he's a good running back at Bama. Obviously, they like to run the ball a little bit, and
Yeah,
I think Jam Miller could have a breakout year this year. He had a good year last year. He rushed for 668 yards on 145 carries, I think it was. Yeah, and 7 touchdowns.
yeah,
So I mean, not just awesome stats that just stick out there, but he had some pretty decent stats, and
yeah.
there was glimpses of him where you could really see he could be a big time running back for them. I think it's his senior year this year, so I
Hmm.
think he's having a breakout senior year this year, and you can see a lot out of him.
Yeah, he uh
But
played against
FSU's
him
still
on
gonna
a
lock him up. Don't worry.
yeah, he played against him on college football, and that man ran me over a few times. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Um,
pretty good.
the game, not actual, college football. Uh, for my number five, I got Avion Terrell, AJ Terrell's little brother. This guy
Yeah.
had 58 tackles, one sack, two interceptions, and two fumble recoveries last year. 45 solo tackles and 13 assisted tackles. This guy is a lockup corner. Paired up with Ashton Hampton at Clemson too. These guys, they're gonna be elite uh, DB unit. Avion Terrell, he's one of the best corners in going into 2025. But you know, I mean, the stat, he's got a sack as a corner. Yeah, that
Yeah.
automatically, you know, um, I could see he's going to be a real contributor on if Clemson's going into going to the playoffs or not. Uh, but paired up with I think his name T.J. Parker, and some
Mm-hmm.
other defensive guys
Mm-hmm.
on
Yeah. Yeah, that
at
defense
Clemson.
that defense
That
looked that defense
and
was
I mean, I had so many players to choose from Clemson,
yeah.
but
What's the
you know,
is it Peter Woods or something like that, I think's his name?
oh, Peter Woods is another guy. Yeah,
Uh,
great player. There's
yeah.
so many. This team is so talented. So
Yeah, they're
just only
loaded.
being able to, and after Florida State, man, you know, they're our rivals. I don't
Yeah.
like to speak much about them, but some of these
Yeah,
guys
it's
are
hard
just
to yeah.
it's hard to root
Hard to
for them.
miss
But
these guys. I mean, yeah, it's
yeah,
hard to root against some of those.
these guys are going to be good, and I think that starts with the DBs and the D line. But Avon Terrell, he's going to be a solid guy next year. I think he's a be a junior.
Yep. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think we pretty much wrapped up all of it.
Yep.
On the next episode we'll talk more about obviously we're gonna bring in Tomahawk Chop. We'll talk more about was it Heisman hopefuls? Yeah. We'll talk more
Yeah.
Heisman hopefuls and
Yeah. National championship contenders, maybe.
yeah, yeah. We'll talk more championship contenders and Heisman hopefuls for the upcoming season. We might add a little we'll probably wait and do schedule predictions a little closer to the Alabama game. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good episode. We'll see y'all on the next episode, Chop Nation.